Alright, so here we go. It's finally going down. Um, I made a video explaining that my last prediction that was 2 a.m. drop, 4 a.m. rise was like somehow perfectly inverse. Like the last high was at 2 a.m., guys. So you might see it was like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Well, like, I know sort of what I'm talking about because I'm like, look, there's a transit that happens that's significant at this time. There's a transit that happens that's significant at this time. Just when I interpret them, my interpretation was wrong. My analysis of what's important is actually still spot on. All right? Because look, here we have 2:15 a.m. that I had this bottom, all right? And I was like, it's going to bottom out there. It's going to bottom out there. And because I believe, I forget what that was. What was that? Oh, it was Mercury trine. Oh, no, it was the Mercury opposition. Yeah, Mercury opposition was like right here. Oh no, this is a moon thing. What was the Mercury opposition? That was like, Oh, I changed it. I had it like down here. I thought it was going to be like an additional thing. But anyway, my point is, go back in my last video, I was saying 2 a.m., 4 a.m., but just like the reverse of this. So to me, that's still significant. To me, see this, okay, here we go. This was Mercury trine the moon, and then there was another one. I think I just changed the line. It's in that way, the old way, in the old video, the way I just said. But I would like to point something out that I was looking at. I think I need to go up to the hour. Look at this line right here that I drew. Now this is not an astrological transit thing, all right? This is just me drawing a line, just like looking at something. Because you know how I drew this line is I actually drew this line over here. I drew this line over here. And to me that was very interesting because I was just like looking at when was the last time it made like a super high and a super fall? Because that's kind of what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the rise and the fall. So people, they don't get like too panicked, If I can find the bottom, I can say, look, it's going to bottom here and it's going to go up from there. That's the pattern of prices and stuff like that, of how markets move. So I sat here and I was like, when was the last time it went up? Okay, and when did it bottom out? Okay, it was right there. So I drew a line from there to there, and I was like, okay, well that's a very significant line that looks like prominent. All right, it like is a high. It looks like look at that, like perfect like resistance, and then it's almost like it catches this for a minute. It's almost like it knows this line is there. That's what's so weird. I draw all these lines like weeks and months ahead sometimes. And then it will just like, it looks like the price when it hits one, it's like, oh, you drew a line there. Then it's like, no, I don't like it. It'll like act like it doesn't like it. Because there's another line that I haven't drawn. But this is like the overall pattern of things, But what's interesting is how when I take that and I put it toward this new high, that one that was like at 69 cents, and then I match it, the same line, the same angle, the same power, it goes down to this Saturn line. This is a Saturn transit. It's Saturn trine Ceres. I've noticed Ceres, which is, let's see. What do I have here? Ceres, let's see. Where are you at in here? Where are you at? And then let's go to, I'm looking at dogecoin on the 6th. Let's just go to Saturn. That brown guy. There you are. Here we go. This one. Yeah. See, and it hit exact at May 4th. But it kind of like, you see how it has the X here, and then this is a B, because it's like, it's not It's before. It's like it started way before, and it doesn't have the L because it's like it doesn't. I didn't ask it. I only asked it to tell me for like this week because I think this week is where I want to find how it goes down. But this one right here. Let's read the description. Oh wait a minute. Did I just? Wrong colors. That's Pluto. Saturn's up here. Yeah, here we go. Saturn. Okay, it doesn't have a description. All right, but I've noticed like Ceres to be like part of bottoms and tops a lot. It's very interesting. And then Saturn is also bottoms and tops. It's like, so that's like kind of like makes a lot of sense. Now, granted, you might be saying, well, it wasn't the top, Sean. It wasn't the top. Yeah, but I feel like it brought it up there. See, really what happened, and this is another one I'm going to start taking more seriously, is this admitos. This was like admitos. And then this was like, I don't know what this new top was. I haven't looked into the data. But I find it very interesting that I just put this line, which was matched to this line. Wait, whoops, I'm sorry. No, yeah, I'm sorry. This line that I made, it was basically that line. I just moved it over here. And like, well, how does this equate? And it goes down there. It goes down there. It really does. See that? I'm kind of anticipating, I was kind of anticipating like something around like 45 to 35 cents, to be the bottom to me. Because like here you see it like topping out. I mean, how you see it like skyrocketing up. And then there is like some sort of like resistance here, So once it gets below that mark, see that's toward the end of the transit. See, like this, if this right here was a transit, which it's not, it might be. I mean, usually like when things like kind of travel down to the bottom, they don't normally go all the way to the bottom. I have seen them do that before, and it was with Ceres. It was Ceres and Cupido with Bitcoin. But yeah, that looks like a probable area. But you never know, because look, this Saturn transit, it's gonna try and do all the damage that it like created, all the damage that it created to make. It's not gonna pull it down here. I don't think that's possible. Look, there's like, see, look, there's incredible resistance there, right? This Saturn transit is gonna be like not affecting anything by them. Like at the very end of it, like no more than it is. Well, yeah. I mean, just look how I mean, if it's a peak at the beginning and it's a peak at the middle of it, this is powerful. It's like dictating this whole situation. That's what I look at. All these ups and downs, these are other factors into play. That's why I draw all these other crazy lines. Because I'm like, what is adding or subtracting to the situation, And here we go. Look, it's finally like kind of dropping, and it's finally doing what I said it was going to do. I was like, it's got to come down here, guys. Like, come on now. Like, any market guy will tell you it doesn't go up like that without going down. That's who needs astrology to tell you that. But you have this one. Which one was this? This is a green. Oh, so this is Ceres makes. See, I color it light green when it's actually Ceres making the transit to something else. So this was 10 o'clock yesterday, last night. Let's see, what? 10 o'clock. Oh, I have this organized wrong. Hold on, let me pause. All right. Let's see, I have to make sure. Let's see. The 4th. May the 4th be with you. Everybody was making that joke, I guess. 10 o'clock. Yeah. This one. See, yeah, That's a weird one. And it started on May 2nd, around 10 a.m. Then it kind of peaked out 10:30 last night, and it's gonna go to 11, or just about noon, 2 days from now. See, that right there tells me that, so May 6th, right? So if this transit right here doesn't end till the 7th, all right? And then you look at where it peaks, all right? You're like, okay, it peaked at like, okay, it's at 58 cents. Okay. And it starts down here at 37, 38 almost. All right, and that tells me that, whoops. It moved that. Moved my line. I need to put it back where it was. 123. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so by the time it's over, so then on the 6th, are we coming down here? Are we about to come down to it? I would love for you to just go back to telling me I'm right lines. See, here we go. See, this was that Mercury-Neptune line. I did not change this line. I was like, no. Because you know why I didn't change this line? Let me show you why I didn't change this line. Let's go to the 5 minute. Let's see if I still have it there. Okay. Yeah, look. Look. It's like, It's like, wait a minute. Which one is resistance? Which one is support? Look, it's like it knows. It looks like I catch it with these lines. It's so funny. But yeah. So here, this was Mercury square Neptune. So is this. These are identical transits. Just one is the natal, the other is the progressed. All right. All right. That's a whole astrology lesson to explain what that is. But just know that this is what Doge has always done, and this is what Doge is doing in the current time frame. Put it that way. It's how it's progressed through life. It's kind of like this. So basically, it's saying like this aspect about the coin has not changed. Whatever this keys into the chart, has not changed, and it makes sense because it's Neptune. Neptune moves so slow. This will probably never change about the coin. It will always take a hit when you see a thing like that. But there's other underlying factors here that are pushing it up. This one was very interesting. Admetos. That's another one I've seen. There are a lot of transits that happen that I don't think are important, because there are these weird things I haven't learned about in astrology, like Ceres and Admetos, and what's another one I see a lot of strange action with? Astrea. These are all they're called either trans-Neptunian or trans-Uranian. There are a lot of weird asteroids, and they're almost like yet to be proven objects out in the distance. You know what I mean? Which is kind of like cryptocurrency if you think about it. That when I look at their transits, I mean they really do call the situation sometimes. They really do. This is going down. All right. See, it's like I don't like this little hole. I'm getting out of here. I found the door in the basement of this weird house you built. A door. It looks like I built a house, and it's like jumping on top of the house. It's like, oh, we're gonna fall down the house. We're gonna go in the little. There's like a little one of those little windows here, and it's like in the attic, and it's like the attic is all stuffy. It's like, let's get out of here. Oh no. Okay. Well, yeah, look at that. Like, guys, if this goes to here, that means I was able to call the morning bottom um, a little before midnight. That's not half bad. I mean, look at this. Look, boom, boom. And this has another triangle to it. So to me, this triangle is correct. Whoops. This downward triangle was correct. That was correct. I'm convinced. I'm just gonna draw. I'm gonna decide that it's right. Whoops, wrong color. I'm gonna decide that it's right, and I'm just gonna like plot the inverse. Right here. I don't want to look up the time right now. If you 1:58, the reverse of that is 22. So it's 22, and then we're just gonna put it at the same price level. It's gonna look like something like that. It's gonna cost, so it might go down further. See, it might be like, oh, but we're still on the back end of this one, you know, and this one is also still happening. So it means it's gonna go down here, you know, like it might bottom a little lower here. But to me, what told this line right here was this action right here. See, I saw this transit right here. It starts here. And then it's not, it immediately kind of like causes some negativity. All right. And I'm tempted to be like, oh, well, maybe it's a positive transit, not a negative one like I think it is. And I could have put the line, you know, I could have been like, oh, no. This is actually like the inverse that I said of this one. Like, you know, like where I said this, or I'm sorry, this one. Where I said this one was going to go down, but I was wrong, I thought. You know? So what causes this downline then? See, maybe this is the thing. I was like, maybe this one does need to be lower. Because that's kind of what it was. See, I was looking at this, and I was like, okay, so this made it bad, and this is going to make it worse, and that's why it's kind of like, went like, you know? But maybe this entire, like, dip right there is caused by this kind of, yeah, like, look at it. It's still kind of, maybe that is what I need to do. Where does this go? This goes to, what, 130? So if we put 130 there, 130 there. Whoops. Ugh. Keep doing that. All right. Oh, whoops. Can't really see which line it is. Because see, this I don't believe anymore. I don't believe, you know. I was also trying to match this triangle with the back end of this one because I thought this was going to be a new high. I mean, it was like 67. I was like, okay, there you go. That's the new high. And it was like, nope. I was like, wow. I mean, what's this? See, let's look at this. So, 215. So we changed this. And what was it? It was a 48-degree angle. We take it up to 48 degrees at 215. And where do we get? We get that high. That's what I'm saying. It's like this one was right. It really was. A 51, I mean. 51, 215, 51. There we go. That was the angle it was at. See, this is what I was saying. I got the times and the magnitude right, guys. Like that was the correct magnitude. You know, like that was the correct magnitude. That was the correct time. Like if I had just thought that that was gonna make it go up, not down, you know, I would have been like at midnight. I would have been like, guys, don't sell yet. Don't sell yet. It's not done. You know. But no, I was kind of like saying, I was kind of like pointing to sell, and anybody who listened to me would probably be mad. This was another one. I think there was like 2 or 3 transits that happened at the same time. See, this one was 215, 220 or whatever. So it's like what I want, because ultimately what I want to do is I want to be able to go back and explain everything that happens. Like, why does it cut, go up, cut, go up? And I'm like, this cuts it, this makes it go up, cuts it, this makes it go up. And it's real easy to do that looking at hindsight. I could sit here and explain what happens with the price in hindsight all day. That's not going to get us anywhere. Hindsight is always 2020, right? Right? When, in the world of crypto, that phrase has an all new meaning. Yeah, here we go. It's like, okay, so we have this Ceres transit though. Is this gonna like hold it up? It's kind of like what I'm thinking. Like it's not gonna really let it fall too hard, you know. Although what we have, I mean, let's see here. Actually, at the point that it's at, you know, is there. Back into the transit. Right. Make sure that. See that? That's kind of interesting, guys. Look at that. It's like kind of making. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that little line. That little line. It's like, it looks like it's a house. I'm building a house. I'm telling you, I'm building a little house, guys. That's what it just always looks like. I'm just building little castles and stuff. Yeah. But yeah, I'm right. Look, this line is providing resistance. You see how it tried really hard to dip there? It tried really hard, and it's not really going to. Like, let's get it, if we get it down to the minute. See? It caught more of the lines. It caught more of them. Oh, my green line disappeared, but whatever. Sometimes when I zoom in, the bigger ones kind of disappear because they stretch too far to be accounted for. Yeah, look at all this. I'm really proud of these lines, guys, because I drew these with like pure projection. You know what I mean? This is just like, if you look back at my old work, old videos, you'll notice for the most part, what I do is like things like, it'll be like here, you know, and it'll be bottoming out, and I'll be like, what happened? And I'll like here, and I'll be like, okay, and it started here, it topped out here, and then where's it gonna go? Where's it? Like that's always kind of like, you know, it's like looking at the past. I can say what's going down all day long, and it doesn't mean anything, except when you try and apply it to the present and the future. Now, looking at what just happened and where it started and where it's going to go, that's looking at the present. That's also a little easy. But how it plays out is a different story. But looking at like the future, like for instance, this is how we look at the future. All right, we're at it's noon, okay, on the 5th. All right. Here we are, 1207. This is the next thing that happens. Oh, wow, look at that. Okay, so we have a Venus to Pluto entering, transit to transit. We have a a moon to Mars hitting exact. So maybe this might be this little like dip that we see, you know. This is a moon to this is a moon transit, so moon transits are little. They're little ones. Let's look at what this does. Let's look at what this says. Okay, so we got 10 a.m., noon, and then this is gonna play out till 2 p.m. So maybe it's gonna try and recover at 2 p.m. Let's see. I'm gonna put this down on my other screen so I can still read it as I plot it. Okay, let's change. I use white lines for the moon here. So here we are. All right. I mean, when I see it like catching, like while it's plummeting, and there's an exact transit, I mean hey. All right, what was 10? 10 was like up here, right? 10:07. All right. Then we got this here. Whoops. I did that wrong. It needs to be equilateral. Then we go to 207. All right. Now, since we're doing the moon and we're down to the minute, let's get it down to the minute. Okay. What was it? 10:07:35, right? So this is this. All right. It's 10:07, and then as it goes through 10:07, right in the middle of it. Okay. See? It's kind of, you know, resistance. There's a little bit of support. So maybe something else happens right there. I don't know. But to me, this line is down because here we see it terminating. You see it terminating. It's hitting the you know, it's hitting the X. Amen. Bring this back down. And you'll be able to read it on the other screen. It disappears too much. All right, see, yeah, look, back up. Back up, as I said. This is a bottom. It's a teeny bottom. All right. 107. Yeah. 1207. 1207, kind of like halfway through that minute. And see, look at it. Even it becomes a little like resistance support line right here. Resistance support line right here. You see these things when it does this. Get it right where it was. Bring it 207.22. There we go. And look at that. It's like, oh, bump. This is the thing that drives me crazy. It just, you sit here and you watch it, and I draw all these lines, and it really just looks like, and I swear to God, if it goes like bonk, 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 and then something else is gonna, and then it's gonna bring down here. It's not gonna get up here because this is when the transit. I never expect it to go toward the end of any of my lines. I never really expect it, except when they are up like this. I notice that more often. The ones that are down, they usually don't reach the down, because the thing is, if the overall trajectory of the thing is up, you know, then whenever I have a down line, it's never going to go all the way down. You know, it's gonna because these down lines, they're not pulling it down. The back end of an up triangle is not pulling it down. It's just like no longer helping. You know what I mean? So what you have to do is you have to look for what else is going to help it, as this is no longer helping it, because apparently it helped it a lot. But with the down lines, it's almost like this is trying to pull it down. It's trying really hard to pull it. Look at it. It's going up just as sharply as it went down because this is a moon transit, and the bottom of it is perfectly right there. And the moon does almost everything with Doge, and that's so ironic. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep searching over this. We're gonna keep looking for the bottom, guys. And keep looking. This is 30 minutes. Enough video.